Today, let's talk about some clone perfumes which are really good, which smells very close to the designer or the niche perfumes. But at the same time, I'm not just going to recommend some clone perfumes. I'm going to recommend some cheaper alternatives to those clone perfumes as well. Because not everybody has the budget to buy those clone perfumes as well. Because even if they're clones, they can be expensive, around 3,000, 4,000 rupees for the clones as well. But what if you don't even have the money to purchase those clones? What are the cheaper alternatives that smells similar and can give you the best bang for your buck? So in this video, we are not only mentioning the clones to those designer perfumes, we are also mentioning the alternatives to those clones as well. Starting off with the list, let me talk about these two perfumes. One is basically Arabiat Prestige Hypnotic Oud. This is a very good clone of By the Fireplace, but this costs around 3,000 rupees. What if you don't have the budget to purchase Hypnotic Oud? You get this one. This is Lattafa's Ameer Al Oud Intense. Both of them smells very identical to the DNA of By the Fireplace. This is a tad bit more vanillic. This has got a little bit of oudi incensey note at the base, but both of them kind of makes the OG redundant. But this offers a bit more better blend quality. This offers a little less blend quality. In terms of projection and longevity, both are really good. Strong, lasts around 8 to 10 hours easily when applied on the clothes. Projects for like 1 to 1.5 hours easily. A very good alternative to Arabiat Prestige Hypnotic Oud, Lattafa Ameer Al Oud Intense, both trying to clone By the Fireplace. Now let's move on to the next perfume, which I feel is going to be this one. If in case you know that the best clone of Creed Aventus out there is Pseudonym, Club de Nuit Intense Man. But as of now, limited edition is the best one according to me, but still that is very expensive, around 5 to 5,500 rupees for that entire bottle. But the previous champion was this one, Club de Nuit Intense Man Pure Parfum, and this was selling for around 3,500 to 4,000 rupees for a 150 ml. Now if in case you feel that is quite expensive, you get this. This is Rives Privé Noir. 1,700, 1,600, 1,800 is the maximum that you have to pay for this particular perfume, and this smells very identical to the DNA of Club de Nuit Intense Man Pure Parfum and in turn Creed Aventus. Now the only trade-off that you get with this perfume is this is not as long lasting as Club de Nuit Intense Man Pure Parfum. While this will last for around 8 hours, 7 hours when applied on the clothes, this kind of fades away within 5 to 5.5 hours. Although the projection on this one is really good, around 1 to 1.5 hours this is going to project, and people around you will be able to notice the perfume, but the longevity according to me is not as great as this one. But again, if in case you're compromising on the price, there are some trade-offs that you need to do. But if in case you can't get this, you can definitely get this one and call it a day. Let's move on to the next perfume, which is going to be for the DNA of JPJ Ultramale. Now, Ultramale is a discontinued perfume, and for a long duration of time, Afnan's 9 PM was the perfume that was touted as one of the best. And then Rehan came up with this one. This is Rehan Lion, and this is a gorgeous smelling perfume. Smells very identical to the DNA of Ultramale, but it has got its own twists and turns. This is a bit more sweet. The vanillic sweetness over here is a bit more louder. The note of pear is pretty evident over here, and this is a beast mode projecting perfume from the Ultramale lineup. And this is even stronger than Afnan 9 PM. It has got a really good magnetic cap and everything, a really good presentation. The smell lasts around 8 to 9 hours easily when applied on the clothes. Projection is really good for the first 2 hours or so, but in my opinion, rather than getting this, I would have got Vivienne Luxury's Ultra. When we did a clone war previous year, and the winner of that particular clone war was Vivienne Luxury's Ultra, which kind of beat everything that was thrown, and in the dry down this came much closer to the DNA of Ultramale than the rest. And 1,300 rupees for 100 ml. Over here you will have to compromise a bit with the blend quality. It's not as smooth as Lion or Afnan 9 PM, but what you get for the price that you pay, top notch. And this is by far the closest according to me when it comes to the DNA of Ultramale. If you get this, you will feel that I really don't need any other Ultramale clone out there, honestly. Projection and longevity wise, this is great as well. Around 1 to 1.5 hours, this will project like anything. And the longevity that I receive with this perfume is around 7 to 7.5 hours when applied on the clothes. And coming for a price range of 1300 for 100 ml, inexpensive. And I can any day go with this one than, the rest of the stuff. So that's Vivienne Luxurious Ultra, very good worthy alternative to Rihan Lion, and which in turn is an alternative to Ultramale. Now, there is one particular perfume which is said to be one of the best clones of God of Fire, which is this one, Vulcan Fuel. 3000 rupees you have to shell for this particular perfume. The perfume smells like raw mango with some, it's a mango soda, okay? There is some cream-like nature in the dry down. It opens with a very sour and uplifting note of mango, not the one that you get with Maza. It's kind of the one that you get with Kacha Aam. Okay, so that's what this perfume smells like. The perfume price tag is around 3000 rupees, which I think was like expensive. But then somehow, all of a sudden, I came across this particular perfume from the house of the master perfumer, and this is said to be their representation of God of Fire. And trust me, for a perfume that's sells for like 500 to 600 rupees for this 50 ml bottle, I was surprised by how close this is to Vulcan Fuel. So if in case somebody wants to get a Vulcan Fuel, try their hands on with this one. I think that you will not be disappointed. The blend quality over here is decent for the price that it comes at. There is some initial alcoholic blast which takes some time to settle, but then it is really good. The projection on this one as well as Vulcan Fuel is like crazy. 1 to 1.5 hours, this project's really strong. The perfume kind of stays like 7 to 8 hours when applied on the clothes. This one does the same, kind of, maybe 1 hour less than that. Vulcan Fuel, this is 1 hour less than Vulcan Fuel, but still, look at the price parity, around 6 times less you're paying over here. Although this is a 50 ml, that's a 100 ml, that's the only difference, but really good. Now, there is another perfume which is absolutely my favorite, which is YSL Babycat. And there is a perfume called Fierté from the house of French Avenue. Smells really close to the DNA of YSL Babycat in the opening, in the dry down, both. But this is quite expensive, 4 to 4.5 thousand rupees for this particular bottle. The bottle looks really classy, no doubt. Projection, very strong for around 1 to 1.5 hours. Longevity, 7 to 8 hours when applied on the clothes. But the same kind of projection and same kind of longevity I get with this particular perfume. This is Rifaqat from the house of Paris Corner. A perfume that sells for around 1700 rupees, much less expensive than Fierté, but kind of gets the dry down very close to the DNA of YSL Babycat, and one of my favorite perfume in my entire collection. And this offers the same longevity and projection. And if in case I had to go with one, I would any day choose this over Fierté, although my wife has a different opinion. She loves Fierté more. Now, the last perfume on my list is going to be this one. This is Armaf's Perfume, a perfume that smells like Aventus Absolu. This perfume in itself is also quite expensive. 55 ml, around 5000 rupees is the pricing of this particular perfume. But if in case you feel that Armaf Perfume is expensive, you can any day go with Muhammad Al-Qamar's version, which is Aventus Absolu clone. And this is kind of our clone war winner, which is more closer to the DNA of Aventus Absolu than anything that we have tried so far. For around 1000 rupees for this 60 ml, this is really good and smells very close to the DNA of Aventus Absolu. Inexpensive. The only caveat, they are using WhatsApp to sell perfumes. But apart from that, top-notch blend. There is minimal alcoholic blast. Although Perfume would last more on your clothes and skin, will give you an overall longevity around 7 to 8 hours. This one around 6 to 6.5 hours. Projection-wise, Perfume will give you a projection of around 1.5 hours. This will project for around 1 hour. So these were my recommendation as an alternative to the clones of the designers or the niches out there. If in case you want a part 2, part 3 or part 4 in the future, do let me know. And in case you have any queries or concerns with any of these perfumes that I have discussed today, feel free to ask me questions via comment, or you can connect with me via Instagram, which is Saga Online, and I will try my best to answer your queries as soon as possible. So with that, this is Deep signing off. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye-bye.